Could this possibly be the return of Taco Bell into my rotation? Let's find out today. Because we're back again at Taco Bell. They dropped or re-released one of their most popular items ever, the double-decker taco. I grew up eating Taco Bell, and then I took like a 15-year layoff, and then I started eating it when I started a YouTube channel. No joke. So believe it or not, I have never had a double-decker taco. This is actually my first time trying it. I vaguely know what it is, but I'm interested to see, man. Drop a thumbs up. You guys already know the vibes, man. Let's get into this video. We also got some other stuff because, well, my Taco Bell's been hitting recently, so I'm going to do that. So let's see what this double-decker taco is on. I do have one here with lettuce, because I know people like to see it, what it looks like. I'm going to start doing that from now on. I'm going to show you this. Don't touch it, because it's not for me. So this is the double-decker taco. What it looks like is some ground beef, and then it has lettuce, cheese, and then there is another soft taco on the outside, which it looks like they added some of their refried beans to kind of make it stick. So that is what the double-decker taco is, as is. Now, I'm not a fan of their ground beef, but I did get one with ground beef just to try it. Is that this one? I don't like their ground. No, this is the chicken. That's going to be the good one. But let's do the ground beef, too. I want to see if maybe Taco Bell's making a hit, so there you go. There's the ground beef one in there. Soft taco. Refried beans. It's gonna get soggy, even though that's Taco Bell right there. I'm outside. It can't get no fresher. There's a lot of refried beans in here. It's like all out the side. Again, this is gonna vary based off your location. At my Taco Bell, this costs $3.39. Is it good? It's okay. Would I eat this? Clearly. The cheesy gordita crunch, which is something kind of similar, to me is better with the cheese. The refried beans just makes this like a big pile of mush. I don't know how I feel about that, but we're here. I mean, chuck some fries in here. It's going to be better with the chicken, but we paid for it. Oh, yeah. This is that dish of hot sauce. I had to get this. I got multiple of them so I can make sure I take this home again. I did a video on this already, but I think it's an excellent sauce. That'll make anything better. And we got some nacho cheese I got with the fries here. So let's go with the nacho cheese. Got the Diet Blast paper straw. Same taco, just swapped out the chicken for the beef. Again, just a bigger fan of the chicken than the ground beef. Much better. Again, I just think the beans it turns this into a giant paste. If you're a fan of Taco Bell, I'm not saying you won't eat it. You definitely will. It still has a very Taco Bell-ish type of taste, but the cheesy gordita crunch or anything else, in my opinion, would hit harder than this. Another underrated Taco Bell item. They charge you for both these sauces, by the way. I just broke off all in here. Again, most things at Taco Bell, they use the same 5 ingredients, so I'm pretty sure most people know what this is going to taste like. And this is my thing when it comes to this. If you're a person who prefers the cheesy gordita crunch, if you're a person who prefers the cheesy gordita crunch like me, you like the fact that it has extra cheese on the outside and a chalupa shell. This gives you a soft taco shell, so it comes across as much mushier because of the amount of refried beans in here as opposed to the cheese. Now, the other thing is the Cheesy Gordita Crunch is one of the more expensive things in the menu. It comes out to $5.49, while this is about $3 depending on where you are. Again, mine was $3.20. Yours could be $3.60. Again, I don't know where you live. I would eat this, but I wouldn't eat this because I would get the Cheesy Gordita Crunch. And if I was getting something from this level of value on the Taco Bell menu, I would probably go with the Cheesy Gordita Crunch. Or if you want something that has the soft taco on the outside, they do on their Cravings value menu have for, I think it's $2.60, the double stacked taco, which gives you the soft taco. And then on the outside, it has cheese as well. I believe it's nacho cheese, but it comes across a lot better. This just is like overly bean. But again, if I like freak this, you know, and add some cheese and other stuff to it, it's still good. Unless they do something where they drastically change something, I think Taco Bell's one of those things, if you're either going to like all of it or you're not. There is no in between. It more comes down to what ingredients that you like. This, on a fast food scale, I would give a 5.5 out of 10. Again, it's average, it's good. I'd still eat it with a bunch of sauces, but it's not something that I would go out of my way for. And now, this is something that I would go out of my way for. I got this last time and I was like, bro, since I'm here, I'm just going to get this again. So, Fat Crunch Wrap. We have the Cheez-It Crunch Wrap, which they fixed from last time. Now, again, I do stuff different to this, so let me explain to you what is on the inside after I give you my first bite. I love the amount of Cheez-It you get now compared to the other one. So, my Crunch Wrap, I take off the lettuce, I sub the chicken for the ground beef, and I add fries. What that does, in my opinion, is one of the things I don't like about Crunch Wraps is they get incredibly soggy. Adding and taking out all of those ingredients that are more oily or wet makes this come across a lot less soggy. It actually is a crunchy Crunch Wrap. Then I do some of the dish hot, and I do some of the avocado salsa. There is a downside to that. When you swap out the chicken, they charge you extra. When you add fries or anything else to this, they charge you extra. So this Crunch Wrap came out to $7.99. So it is more expensive, but if I'm going to get Taco Bell, I'd rather pay the extra couple of dollars, honestly, or not go at all. But when I got this last time, I said it there and I'll say it again. This is actually like something that I would go out of my way to get for fast food. If I go to Taco Bell, this is my order. With that being said, I'm going to give Taco Bell their credit like I did the last time I came here. They're one of the few places in 2024 with their special items, new menu items. One, they seem to be coming out with something literally every month. If you, like me, are someone who keeps their ear to the street when it comes to like releases, I know there's a lot of accounts that do this stuff. I happen to get DMs from people that work from places, but that's not like the basis of my account, so I just wait till it comes out. But they supposedly, until early 2025, from what I've been told, have about 4 or 5 new things that are coming out that are already in the works. They've dropped gelatos, they've dropped different tacos, they've dropped Cheez-Its, they bring back some of their popular menu items. Supposedly, I'll give you one, the caramel empanada that everybody loves is supposed to come out. Re-release. Now, obviously, the one big, I don't want to call it complaint or observation that most of us have, myself included, when it comes to fast food, is that it's become pretty expensive for what fast food is. But a lot of these companies, I know Domino's, I just read an article recently. McDonald's, I read an article recently. Their sales have been down, so they're focusing more on providing value instead of just items, and I think that's at least a step in the right direction. Taco Bell, I will give credit to, from a consumer standpoint, have had a Cravings value menu added where there's a ton of options that are actually pretty affordable that serve pretty much the same thing that you would get from their regular menu. And they do a lot of releases, and they're bringing back popular items. That shows me that at the very least, that more than other places, doesn't mean they're perfect because they're not, they're at least listening and trying to make an effort to bring people back to the Bell. Now, again, Some people think that I get paid by these companies. Some people think that I don't. Like, I have receipts. I pay for everything. And that's not why I do this. I do this because I am passionate about food, one, and I like food too. And this is a fun thing for me to do. So I just try to give my honest opinion. More than most of these companies recently, they've at least been trying. I think Wendy's dropped the ball with their Krabby Patty thing just because they pretty much served it on regular stuff. Even if they did add a sauce, I thought it would have been cool. It's like Burger King at least changed the wrapper on the Whoppers and the containers and things like that, which made it feel a little bit more like a special occasion, where Wendy's had a popular item that they kind of just was like, here, we'll put some sauce on it, here you go. And that was kind of, So I'm just giving Taco Bell their flowers. Again, I was a person who hadn't been here for probably a decade. And I've finally been like, you know what, I would actually eat Taco Bell. I even had the employee, was like super nice, which is rare at my Taco Bell. And they had to make my crunch wrap because it was a special order. She's like, can you please pull around to the front and I'll be right out. The lady that took my order walked our ass outside and brought me my food. And again, I know people are like, what do you expect? Maybe it's a New Jersey thing, but it doesn't happen very often. So respect to Taco Bell. I'm slowly turning the corner. I was one of their biggest critics for the last couple of years. You can go watch the videos. I get upset quite often in them. Now, again, before I get out of here, I know some of you don't like the fast food videos, but at this time of year, there's so many things coming out. There's about 4 new things that I just got wind of that I'll probably have to do. Why do people in the following week? But this is kind of what it is. I know the majority of people do want to see this, so bear with me. If you see fast food after fast food for the next couple of, I'm going to try to throw in other stuff. I still did the Chinese food, but this is just that time of year, man. And this is more of an as-is thing because I just saw it. I don't know if it's because I'm coming old. I really don't understand why people like to drive cars that sound like the car that just went past. If that's your thing, please don't be offended. I am not the gospel. I don't think that what I think is right or wrong. I'm just giving you my personal, would I drive those types of cars? And the answer is no. I don't know if it's because of where I live or what. I just feel like those cars, one, they're cop magnets. 2, they're incredibly loud and annoying. And the amount of times I have people speeding down residential streets with those cars, that was a BMW, where they're going 45 in a 20 in residential, and the streets in the area, especially in New Jersey, this county, are super narrow. There's cars on both sides. If you make one false move or somebody steps out into the street and you don't see them, it's not going to be good. So I don't know. Lastly, anybody who has been affected by these hurricanes that have happened, my heart goes out to you. I know that it's really difficult. I believe it or not, actually went through some pretty wasn't fun type of stuff with hurricanes. New Jersey had 2 in a 2-year span. We had Hurricane Irene and then Superstorm Sandy. And I know how daunting it can be if you don't have power or you don't have running water or electricity or access to food. I know that after Hurricane Sandy for me was we couldn't get gasoline. It was really, really rough. I was driving around literally trying to conserve gas because I couldn't fill my tank up for a month. They had gas lines, which was not the most fun thing in the world. I was glad that everybody that was with me made it out safe. I hope you did too. But that was pretty bad. I ate Dunkin' Donuts because we didn't have food. All the food went bad in my house. I ate Dunkin' Donuts for 2 straight weeks, and I still till this day can't eat. They have a sandwich. I don't think they have it anymore, but they had a breakfast sandwich that was called a Big and Toasty that was there that I ate for 7 straight days. That's all I ate because we didn't have anything else, and I can't even smell it now. It makes me nauseous because I just was eating nothing. But it was my version of Super Size Me. And I actually there was a big tree that was outside my house at that point. Oh, look, another one. It was at my house at that point. And the tree, I could hear it. The power went out. It was probably 1 o'clock in the morning. And obviously, because there's no power anywhere, there's complete pitch black outside. And the storm's going on. I'm sitting there in darkness, and I hear this loud snap. And then the hugest thud. My whole house shook. And the tree missed my bedroom by 3 feet. Literally. And sometimes I think about how fortunate I was that nothing worse happened, that tree, because it's a big ass tree. So when I see all the things that are happening on the news with the hurricanes and I hope that you were safe. I hope that you took the precautions that you need to, and just remember that if you lost stuff, I lost my house in a fire literally 3 years after Hurricane Sandy. And I lost a lot of stuff, like especially sentimental stuff, like, you know, like my high school yearbooks and college diplomas. I had it, and everything like that I lost. Clothes and stuff like that, of course. But, you know, it was me and my 3-month-old puppy at the time, and we made it out. And I was like sad for a little bit, but then I kind of, as I got away from it, was like, you know, it's just stuff. You know what I'm saying? As long as you're there and you're still in one piece and everybody made it out okay, just try to, like, I know it's not the best thing to hear right now, but try to keep that in mind. You know, just know that, you know, it gets better. So when I see that stuff, I kind of just like, man, I know what that feels like. It sucks. So I appreciate y'all, man. I didn't want to end on that note, but I was just thinking about it. So I'll eat one more fry. Talk about fries, man. We'll be back tomorrow. More content, man. The hand signs. They made it to YouTube.